Hey guys, welcome back to Nashley's Kitchen. How are you all doing today? Today I will be making some Jamaican fried dumpling. Here is my ingredients. I have 2 cups of self-raising flour, ½ cup of plain flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of room temperature unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, my reason for using the self-raising with the plain, I don't know if you notice, whenever you fry dumpling or festival, some people, when you break it, you can see the oil in your hand. It sucks up the oil. So I've been doing this for years, and this is what I do. When I add this to the self-raising flour, I don't use baking powder, and it helps the fried dumpling from being oily. So I'm gonna add my salt, my sugar, and make sure you incorporate all that together, so you mix that in properly. And then my butter. So it's room temperature. You notice how soft it is? Room temperature. I'm gonna be digging in with my hand at this point because I need to make sure I'm making it into a breadcrumbs kind of feeling. So you make sure your hands clean. And make sure that's all combined together. Jamaican fried dumpling, you can have that with ackee and saltfish. I prefer it with ackee and saltfish. And you can have that with your curry chicken. You can have it with curry chicken, but anything you want. Jamaican fried dumpling, it's just easy, simple to make, and you can eat it all by itself. So you make sure you combine everything, and the butter and everything incorporates. So wash my hands. So now we're going to pour the water bit by bit, and just to make sure and bring that all together till it forms into a dough. So little by little, take your time, there's no rush. And I'm gonna leave this to set for an hour. You can leave it for an hour, or even better if you can make your dough from overnight. So try not to over knead your dough as well. As soon as everything has combined, you got everything, all the dry dough mixed together. You try your best not to overwork it. So the butter now, it makes it nice and crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Beautiful. So you can make sure when you put it in the fridge, that's what gives it a much better texture, and also when you fry it, you get a better result. But I'm not going to leave mine overnight. It's just going to be for an hour, and then I'll get on with it. I might cook some herring with it as well. Smoked herring. I think that's what I would do with it, to be honest. You can have it with anything, as I said before. So do some herring to go with that. You notice, you can see there that your dough is already come together. I'm just gonna roll that in to make sure there's no flour just leaving. So I'm just gonna, as I said before, don't overdo it. Once everything is combined, and it doesn't matter if it's sticking to your hands, because what you can do, you can just sprinkle a bit of flour and roll that in, and you got it there. But don't worry about the sticking to your hand. That's nice and done. So there you have your dough. So I'm going to leave that to sit. You can use your cling film and cover it. Put it away in your refrigerator or so, however you want to do it. But I'm going to let that sit for an hour. Not everyone has got time. You don't have to. It's not something that you have to do. You can make your dough and do it straight away. But I'm going to leave that to sit for an hour while I get on with whatever else I need to do this morning. So you can also do it from overnight. Now you can also do it within an hour, but not everybody have time for that, as one may say. So we're just going to do that. Leave that there for a second, and then I'll be right back. So I'm going to pour approximately around 2 cups of oil, roughly 2 cups of oil, and leave that to get hot for a few minutes. You need it to be as hot as 290 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, yeah? So turn it up a bit just to make that get hot. And then all you need to do is just, you can cut your dough into whatever size or pieces you want. I'm just gonna take it piece by piece as I'm doing it. So that's the dough there. So I'm going to test my oil just to make sure, to see if my oil is hot. You don't want your oil too hot. And if it's too hot for frying a dumpling, what it's going to do is going to burn on the outside, and then on the inside it's going to be still raw. So you test it by dropping it into your oil, and let me bring you closer so you can see. If you notice that it's not floating up, when your oil is too hot, it will float up on the top too quick. So when it stays down a bit longer, you know it's cooking from inside to out. Okay? So that's the way you know. So I'm going to be making my dough. If you want to know how to do it, you use both hands, roll into a circular shape, form your hand like that, put over it, and just roll. Get your two hands together, roll into a circular shape. Yep. So Mrs. Tiny is ready. Just put her over there, and get your paper towel ready so you can remove all the excess oil from it. So you fry your dumpling, you just put on the paper towel. Some people also find it much easier by doing it this way. It's so much quicker as well. And getting whatever shape you want. So So if you're looking for a pointed top kind of look, you just don't put too much pressure on it. Roll it like that, and you get a nice little ball. And you repeat the same thing over and over until you're done. So you keep turning your dumpling. You need to fry it no longer than 8 to 10 minutes. Okay? 8 to 10 minutes. It's beautiful. Looks lovely. So I'm going to remove them now from the oil. And set over there. Paper. My friends, these are lovely. I'm going to show you another shape as well. It's yummy. Thank you. Another way you can do your dumpling, like a plait kind of thing, yeah? And then you put it in the oil. So you make it as if you're making a festival, just a bit more lengthy. Stretch, twist, plait. Remember, fry your dumpling no more than 8 to 10 minutes, depends on the size, how thick you make it. Yes, darling.
Don't make it too hot.
Don't make it too hot. It will be hot. You just have to wait for it to cool. Okay. That's my little 3 years old baby giving me a lecture. See, I've just put these in and they're starting to go a bit golden. There you go. Nice. So you can see exactly what's going on. So I'm going to get started with my errand now. So guys, this is what you are looking for. Look at that. Lovely and fluffy. Look at that. Beautiful. And they're all the same. Wow, look at that. That's what you're looking for. There you have your beautiful fried dumpling. Enjoy. There you have your fried dumpling.